every day, 15 minutes. Here we go. We're going to be fast paced. All the slides are in the community called Microdosing AI in school. So you can see all the prompts, you can take your time. But my job is to deliver the value every day in 15 minutes. So let's get started. I'm going to take a look at today's presentation from day one. And in the day one presentation, you're going to see setup, ChatGPT. Every version is different, but they all work the same way. So the version we're looking at is 5.5. Again, whether it's version 6, version 7, what we're learning today, the basics will apply to whatever version of ChatGPT you're using. We're creating your personal AI operating system. We're going to take all of your wisdom, all of your knowledge, everything you've learned in your life, and we're going to supercharge that with AI. We're going to do that by using the connectors that AI allows us to connect, all the data sources we can connect. We're going to take all the memory, and we'll talk a lot about memory in the project. We're going to give it tremendous context, and we're going to learn how to prompt like experts. So all of that is going to happen in the next 15 minutes. You're going to go from absolute beginner to you'll probably go from the 90 percentile to the top 10 percentile just in the first day. So here we go. So on the second slide, what you're going to see is we're going to start doing the memory features. So inside of ChatGPT, we've got your operating system. And the way you create this operating system is to give it the data. You've got to give it all of the information about you. So the way to do that is to train your AI just like you train a new employee. My daughter recently got a brand new job at Restoration Hardware. Every day for the next 12 weeks, she's going to be learning everything. And then every single day, they do 2 meetings for the company and they're imparting wisdom, ideas every day. You have to do the same thing with your AI. The difference is the average employee lasts 2 to 3 years. Your AI will be with you for life. So everything we're doing today in ChatGPT is transferable. You can take that data, put it into Claude, to Gemini, Perplexity, Grok, whatever AI you want to use in the future. But all of the base learning, all of this information that we're pulling from our brain, giving to the AI, it's transferable and it gets better and better. But you've got to train your AI. This is why we're committing 15 minutes every single day to this process. So let's take a look at what we're going to build today. In 15 minutes, we're going to turn your personalization settings on, which is the memory, the custom instructions, the chat history. Why is this critical? Every single time you use any AI, it's going to first read all the custom instructions, read all the memory, see what you've got in your memory. It's going to look at your chat history. It's going to look at your preferences before it ever gives you the output. Most people, I work with some of the top CEOs in the world, I look at their phone, I look at ChatGPT on their devices. They've got nothing set up for person. They haven't done any of this. So that's why they're getting mediocre results in AI. Most people are. We're going to turn that on. The next thing is we're going to connect all of the data sources you already have. So if you have a CRM, we're going to connect it. Use email. Let's say it's Gmail. We're going to connect it. Use Outlook. We're going to connect it. Use Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar, iPhone Calendar. We're going to connect all of your different data sources that you already use. You trust them. And we're going to give that to the AI so it can learn us, learn all about us, and give us expert advice. Next, we're going to create dedicated project files. And I'm going to explain why these project files are so mission critical for every area of your life, from health to business, to personal, to family, to your home, your car, everything is a living, breathing project file. And we're going to explain why these context files are so important. And we're going to end off today with some daily prompts that you can use and some weekly. Again, for those of you that don't know, all of this information, all these presentations, all the prompts, everything I talk about, it's in our school community called Microdosing AI. So with ChatGPT, there's a free version that 900 million people use. There's paid versions. I absolutely recommend everybody get to a paid version. It could be the $20 version. It doesn't have to be the 100. It doesn't have to be the 200, but at least pay the 20 bucks. Why is this important for all the AIs we'll talk about? Because there's way more capabilities and you can use it more. If you're not willing to invest $20 in yourself, this course is not for you. If you think that your Spotify is more important, or your YouTube, or your Netflix, your Amazon Prime, or your Apple Music is more important and you're willing to spend more money on that than supercharging your life, I can help you. Will all of the things I'll teach you work with a free version? But is it really making you superhuman? No. So pay the 20 bucks. Next, we're going to turn on the personalization settings. So in ChatGPT, You're going to see where there's a picture of you or at least your name, and you're going to scroll down to where it says personalization. And this is when you want to just personalize it. So you're going to put your style and tone. There's different options, characteristics. Again, all of these things you can say, do you want emojis, not emojis? The important one is called custom instructions. The custom instructions are where AI is being told exactly how you want it to act. So I'll just give you an example. And again, we have some examples in the slides and you can create your own. But I've spent a lot of time on this and I think it's super important because before you ask AI anything, it reads your custom instruction. So here's mine. Act as Roman Bodnarchuk's AI chief of staff, prompt engineer, operator, editor, researcher, strategist, and revenue partner. Help Roman build N5R.ai into the top AI agent agency. Scale WisdomClone.ai. Grow 10x.10xai.news, Microdosing AI, strategic AI coach. It basically got all the business objectives I have. Prioritize revenue, qualified leads, AI first systems, execution speed, premium positioning, reusable assets, turning ideas into workflows, offers, articles, podcasts, emails, SOPs, automations, or agents. I'm reading this to you because I want you to trigger some ideas that you might want to add in your custom instructions. Use Roman's voice, confident, direct, premium, urgent, strategic, factual, punchy, no fluff, no generic AI language, no passive voice or weak words unless needed. Talks about pricing. When Roman gives a rough prompt, deconstruct his intent, diagnose the gaps, add expert framing, then deliver a paste ready prompt. If he asks only for a prompt, output only the prompt. Do not hallucinate. Verify current facts, stats, pricing, tools, legal claims, market data when accuracy matters. Do not hallucinate. They've got to verify all this stuff. Default, direct answer, highest ROI move, steps, tools, revenue, impact, risk. The reason I read this to you is you have to customize your AI instructions because it's about you and how you want it to be your co-founder, your partner. It becomes your new attorney. It becomes your best friend, your therapist. These custom instructions, I wrote them with AI. So I went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, here's what I'm thinking. Can you output this for a ChatGPT? I think it's about 1,500 characters. What I learned is it's about 1,350 and it fills up. But I went back and forth many, many times. It's super important because every time you give an AI command, it's going to read these instructions first. Next, you want to give it your occupation. Be as detailed as possible. It can only help you if you're hyper specific. Next, more about you. Again, you've got about 1,350 characters here. Be really specific. When you click on manage memories, it's got a list of memories that it has on you. Some of them could be outdated, delete them. Some of them could be nonsense, delete those ones. Keep only the ones that are relevant and current because every time you give your AI a prompt, it's going to read all these saved memories. Make sure it's accurate. You do not want to feed your AI with misinformation. So this is how you personalize your AI. And it's crazy important because everything you ever do with your AI is going to be based on your custom instructions, based on your memories, based on all the personalization profiles that you've done. Super important. Next, I've also given a slide here of one. This is just a high value instruction prompt. All of these prompts must be customized to you, but at least you've got something to work with because most of you have nothing in these. When I look at your settings, you have nothing. So something is better than nothing, but I would recommend take a sample prompt, run it through ChatGPT and work with it. Hey, that doesn't really make sense to me. What about this? What about that? And AI is going to help you create the custom instructions that you need, the custom personalization settings that you need. Next, connect every useful data source. AI has read every book, every source in the world, but has it read your 300,000 emails? No. Has it gone through your 10,000 Google Docs and Google Drive? No. Does it know everything about your company? No. Does it know all your medical records? No. Does it have all your CRM history? No. You've got to connect that. So this is all new. We didn't have this like 6 months ago. So now with ChatGPT, there's a connector and you can see all the logos you're familiar with, whether it's Gmail or Outlook or whatever the different companies that you trust with your data, you can now connect it. Because once you connect the data, your AI becomes a superpower. So connect all of your data sources. I'll just give you an example. I've been using HubSpot for 12 to 15 years. I thought I was really good at it. Here's what I found out. Even after all the courses and certifications I had in HubSpot, I was literally using 1% of its capability. Once I connected HubSpot, my CRM, into AI, I was able to discuss with AI, here's my goal, here's my plan, here's what I want to do. And it was able to go into HubSpot and do things I could never as a human do. It was unbelievable. And I do that with Canva. There's a software called HeyGen. It can literally go in and create a personalized video of me, and it can do that for like 95,000 people. Like I can create a personalized video for 95,000 people. Like this is the crazy part. Things that humans, maybe they could do 95,000 personalized videos, but it might take 10 years. So this is what AI can do. It can do anything, but you've got to link it to all the sources of data that you already have. Trust me, you have a lot of accounts. I don't know if it's Google Drive, Gmail, Google Calendar, Notion, Dropbox, GitHub, Canva, Zoom, HubSpot. I mean, there's a million tools that you're already using. You want to connect it. That's how you make your AI a superpower. Next, dedicated project files. So you've given it standard instructions. Here's how I want you to operate. Give me the truth, verify everything you're going to give me. Don't hallucinate. Those are your custom instructions. And now you've connected all your data. Now what you want to do are create custom projects. These project files are the same in ChatGPT, same in Claude. A bunch of other AIs have the same item. These are not the project files that you've thought about, like in your office. Most filing systems are just a place to die. They're like the morgue. This is different. This is living and breathing. So if you set up one for your work and you upload all of your relevant work documents, so imagine you're writing proposals for your company, but imagine you're able to upload thousands of proposals or decades of proposals or years of proposals. And then you ask AI to create a new proposal. It not only has understood and digested all of your old ones, it's going to use best practices. You could say, okay, I think Alex Hermosi is a great business coach. Let's assume Alex Hermosi was coaching us. How would he create the world's best proposal for our company? Well, all of a sudden, it takes all of your data from your company, all of your best proposals, and it takes it to the next level. Or you could say Brian Tracy or be Michael Porter from Harvard. But whatever expert you want, based on that data that you put in that project file, you're going to get unbelievable results. I'll give you another one. Let's say it's relationship. You can put all of your relationship information. Maybe it's all these text messages you've had with your spouse, your partner, whatever it is, your children. And then you could give it context. You could say, the author of John Gray, you're John Gray. You read, Men Are From Mars and whatever that book's called. So you are like this expert on relationships based on all the data I've given you. Here's all the emails, here's all the text messages, etc. Give me some advice. And now you've got like the world expert on that subject giving you expertise. Same with legal, same with financial, same with accounting, same with health. Let's talk about health. Last week, the Mayo Clinic, which arguably is the best hospital in America, I've been there. I think it's unbelievable. I'm not the only person that thinks Mayo is the best, but Mayo Clinic created an amazing study. They released it, and this is wild. They said that AI was able to diagnose certain cancers 3 or more years before they were. So what happens, all medical institutions, they have to wait until you develop a tumor. And at that point, in a lot of different cancers, it's too late. I mean, a lot of like pancreatic cancer, you're at stage 4, it's too late. It can't really help you. So if AI is able to diagnose you with a cancer, I'm just using cancer as an example, 3 or 4 years before, they can actually treat it, they can fix it, they can cure you. This is wild. So this is Mayo Clinic telling you that they took all of the data from patients 3 years, 4 years before they were able to detect cancer, and they ran the same information through AI. I believe they use Claude. They were able to detect it years early. This is life and death, guys. But your family doesn't have to suffer. Your kids don't have to suffer. People you love don't have to go through the typical aging process that we all just assume is going to happen to us. We live in a new age. When you have a project file with all of your health records, not only does it understand all of your tests, your lab work, all your x-rays, overlaying that with billions or trillions of other data sources, millions of scans it's been able to digest and able to look at yours and give you expert advice that no human doctor can. This is why AI is becoming your healthcare provider, why it's becoming your lawyer, why it's becoming your accountant. In every aspect of your life, when you connect your data, overlay that with what AI has, you're literally a superhuman. So we've hit our 15-minute mark. Very excited about day 1. You've got to do your homework today. Super excited about day 2. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time. Again, this is about you training your AI to become superhuman. See you tomorrow.